All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dental Disruptors podcast. My name is Jake Larsen, your host, here back again with my co-host, Clint Barry. Sponsored by Swig. Last episode, it was just me, and we did our Ask the Expert episode of Dykema, where we went around, talked to industry experts, and asked them what was the most disruptive technology that they saw.
It wasn't just you. I was filming with the camera.
Well, I was the only one when they actually watched the episode, because you didn't record that little snippet before with me.
Fair.
So, but I will say Clint is a phenomenal cameraman. All credit.
Thinking about switching careers.
Yeah. Now keep your day job. We need you here. Anyway, so we had a lot of fun doing that. It was fun to meet some new people, get to know some old friends a little bit better. And today we wanted to put a little spin on that last episode and give our feedback and thoughts on Dykema. What was our experience there? And some takeaways that we came back with after talking to lots of people there and just kind of seeing the whole thing, because it was our first time at Dykema. So I will say I have been to lots of dental events, lots of trade shows over the last 15 years of being in dental. And Dykema was unique. It was different than any that I had been to, not so much from the structure, but the attendees, the work that it takes ahead of time to be successful at Dykema from a vendor perspective. But anyways, we'll dive into that. But that's kind of the intention of our episode today, is just to share our thoughts on Dykema and how it went. So, Clint, why don't you start us off? Give us some takeaways or thoughts.
First one is, and I don't know if it's always like this, but we had one of the people we interviewed mention to us that she's like, "Were you there for the opening ceremony for the second day?" And we're like, "Oh no." She's like, "They asked everyone to raise their hand if they worked for a DSO, and less than half the crowd raised their hand, which kind of left the other half, the majority of the people in there, were some sort of vendor."
Yeah, some context there. That was Brian Kaleo. He did the kickoff, and I saw some. We weren't in there. We were meeting with somebody, but pyrotechnic, fire on the stage.
Oh, really?
Big event. Yeah, that was his big kickoff to introduce the meeting, welcome everybody. This huge event, and the question is asked: how many of you work for DSO? And there was hardly anybody that raised their hand.
Yeah, I wouldn't say hardly any, but just less than half the group.
According to Katie, yeah. She's like, it was very few people that actually raised their hand.
Yeah,
anyway,
I just thought that was interesting. It was we came representing this podcast, but we also representing Kala as a vendor, and we didn't have a booth or anything. Mm-hmm. And it turns out there was a huge chunk of vendors that came without booths, right? Yeah. And so we weren't the only ones, and so there's just show floor of just vendors everywhere. Thankfully, we have a product for vendors, so that we were selling to vendors as well. But it was different. There was a lot of vendors.
Yeah. And I mean, good for Dykema, right? They have developed a brand and a reputation of being the show for DSOs. And you know who every vendor wants to sell to?
The DSOs. Everyone wants to figure it out.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting as well. While Clinton comes up with, I don't know, I won't force you to come up with another one, but if you have another one, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to share one.
Okay, go ahead.
So I thought this was super fascinating, and Clint probably heard me talk about this a little bit, but there are buzzwords that have not necessarily a cycle, but a phase, a time and a phase inside of dentistry, like patient engagement. When we were at Weave, that was the buzzword, right? Everyone was talking about patient engagement. Now that has kind of become table stakes. And while we were there and talking to people, especially these experts, AI strategy was a term that was used all the time. And when people would come out of their classes and stuff, they would say, "Oh, they're talking about AI and all these different things." So as I was interacting with professionals that were there, I started asking people just periodically, "Hey, what have you heard of, like, as far as AI strategy goes? And they'd say, oh man, every class I go to, they're talking about AI and you got to have an AI strategy and this and that. And so then I would ask a follow-up question, because a lot of these people aren't necessarily technology experts. They don't necessarily know a lot about technology. So I'd ask them, okay, well, you're hearing AI strategy, you're hearing that you need to implement AI. So I said, what do the words AI strategy mean to you in context of your practice? And they went from a very confident, like, I got to have an AI strategy, like it's a need, to, well, I don't know what it actually.
I don't know what that means, but I know I need it.
But everybody's telling me every class I go to that I have to have an AI strategy. So I thought that was super fascinating that those buzzwords are circulating in the industry. And maybe it's just this show or just the people that I talk to. But I thought it was fascinating how many people would confidently say that I need an AI strategy. But when it came to saying, like, what does that actually mean? There was not a lot of confidence there in what that was. Now,
so what is it, Jake? Well, tell us what's our AI strategy?
This is ours or theirs?
What should be a DSO's AI?
Well,
strategy?
I think that it's kind of gone through some phases, right? So, like when Pearl and Overjet, and I think Pearl was first to the game there, but when they started to look at the imaging and using that to support whatever needs they had in their practice, like that was. I think there was some hesitancy initially with using AI to do that in the industry. Now people have adopted that, and it's becoming table stakes, right? Like, hey, everyone's kind of already started to lean and understand what they need to do from a clinical perspective when it comes to how you can use that to improve your practice or whatever the value proposition that we'll learn about. But
is that an AI strategy? It's like, just sign up for Pearl.
That's my whole point, right? It's like, so that's become, they understand that that's available, and they actually have a little bit of an idea of, okay, how could I use this in my practice to become, to improve or whatever those things would be. But that's only one, and this is what I'm getting to with this whole thing, is I think having an AI strategy has to start to some extent with what problems or efficiencies, what things can you improve? What can you improve in your practice? And once you understand what problems you're trying to solve, then your strategy can be, okay, I'm using AI to get X, Y, Z results and benefits, as opposed to not have any idea. Just like, hey, I got to try
about
AI.
Like a DSO office. Most of these offices don't have in-house AI developers. So like the only strategy that makes sense to me is like, oh, we're going to go try a bunch of third-party tools to solve our problems. Is that...
So just like throw crap at the wall and see if it sticks?
No, I mean, like, yeah, but like, what else are you going to do? It's not like you're developing it in-house.
Well,
like,
I'll give you an example.
You're like an MB2 or a Heartland, like you're not developing your AI tools in-house.
Yeah. So let's say that a DSO, for example, 10, 15 locations, right? Areni's a customer of ours.
Yeah.
Right. There would be operational benefits that they could say, okay, part of our AI strategy would be we have these hours or whatever, we're missing X number of phone calls, or we feel like we could improve in this area.
Yeah.
And say, okay, how could we use AI to do that?
And it would be you have to use a third party.
So I'm not arguing that you wouldn't have to use a third party. I don't think I think you're thinking of this from an engineer's perspective.
Well, I just think it's kind of funny, like AI strategy. Like there's no strategy except for find the third parties that work the best and get the efficiencies from them. Like this is not rocket science. They don't have a lot of DSOs don't have control over the AI functionality.
So how would you define an AI strategy then? Like, I
don't know.
They're hearing these buzzwords all the time.
Like, did you call it the communication strategy when we're releasing Weave? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to figure out your communication, your patient engagement strategy. Like, how are we gonna tackle this patient engagement strategy? It's like, no, they just found a third-party tool that made their practice better, and they get better metrics out of it. Like,
so why are people telling DSOs and other dental professionals that they need a strategy.
It's this freaking sales tool.
But these aren't the salespeople saying it.
The consultants are all backed by companies. Come on.
Oh gosh. No.
Conspiracy theories.
No, like so you think that when they and I'm just report like
I know. I heard it. I listened to the interviews. Like, we could have an AI strategy. I'm like, what are you talking about?
yeah. So, but that's my whole point with this is like
the big problem. Like one of the biggest problems every DSO tells us about is staffing. Right? Like it's super hard.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Lead with
Is
what problems do you have? Okay,
find an AI tool that helps with staffing.
But taking the time to look at areas inside of your business that could potentially be improved by AI.
That's fair, but I mean, you could have taken the time to look at those without AI. Like, where can I improve my operations without AI using third-party tools? Yes, the tools are better now, and they're getting better, but the strategy is the same. Find tools that increase your profit margin and make your life better in the office.
So, would you suggest if someone were to come to you and say, "How can I use AI?" You'd just say like, go find every AI vendor and just try them.
That's fair. I probably wouldn't say that.
But that's what you're saying to me right now.
I'm just saying that's like
I'm saying
you have to find AI tools that are going to help you with your business.
But I'm saying start with the
not
problems that you're trying to solve first.
Yeah, but they should be doing that anyway. Like before AI. Like that's not like a special strategy.
No, but I'm not saying it's a special AI
solve-
strategy.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying
That's exactly what you're calling it. It's an AI strategy.
no. I'm saying like I'm not coming at this from like a developer's standpoint. Of
I'm
like,
not either.
Like I got to build something.
As a business owner.
But as a business owner, so here's where we're split then. You're saying your AI strategy is just go try all the vendors and see what works for you.
I mean, you can do
I'm
research. You don't
saying
have to try them. Like,
okay, so do the research. That's what I'm saying is like, okay, we want to improve in this. And yeah, we've been trying to do it in other ways, but can we like, okay, let's go specifically find a vendor that can help us with our patient communication.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go specifically can we find a vendor that or a tool that would help us with staffing?
Absolutely.
Can we go find a vendor that's going to help us with the clinical side? There's even stuff helping on hygiene and
the only
like
difference between what you're saying to now and pre-AI is the tools now give you a better gain, right? There's more margin to be had. It's probably worth it. That's the only difference. But the strategy is the same. You're improving your business processes by looking at other tools that can help with your business processes.
So when I'm trying to just help people,
if we're trying to help them, like
you're hearing these buzzwords.
What are they going to do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, what does it actually mean to have an AI strategy?
And I'm guessing it's the same as the strategy that you had before, which is find your weakest part of your business and see if there's AI tools out there that can help you solve that problem.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is the step that I think is important that is missing is find the weakest part of your business. And yeah, I get it. It's not like I'm dumb about like you're always trying to find areas to improve.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to create some clarity around before you just, check the box and say, okay, we're using AI. Don't just aimlessly do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, have confidence is getting really good. Like the Arini guys. Yeah. When I first saw AI receptionists and I saw Arini and Newton and some other guys at Yankee, I would go there and the perception was I'm going to replace my front desk with an AI receptionist.
That quickly fizzled out.
But when you take a step back, now when I hear Arini's pitch, you remember what it is?
No.
It's looking at times of days and after hours where you're missing opportunities.
Yeah.
Right?
Like use it for your overflow calls.
Overflow calls. And when you find that benefit,
because it's such a no-brainer,
the AI makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's where what you're saying, and this is where we definitely, I think we agree on this. We're not
we agree.
It's like find those weak areas and don't just look at an AI receptionist as a receptionist that's replacing it. Like, how could I use AI to fix this
problem,
and be targeted with it?
Yeah, I think we should just bicker like an old couple on here.
It's
Married
fun.
couple.
We haven't ever done this before.
Yeah. I just think it's funny. Like Jordan Trent Acosta, our good friend, she made buzzword bingo for Dykema.
Yes. Oh, I can't.
It's like, I hope AI strategy was on that buzzword bingo, Jordan. If it's not, you need to add it for next year.
I have a link to it.
Not just AI strategy.
Okay, so now a little pivot here. And this is like my one thing is taking our whole episode here. Maybe that's Clint's. I think you were doing this on purpose, so you didn't have to come up with a takeaway.
Stupid.
Yeah, and that's I think what I'm saying is I agree. Like the fact that this is a buzzword is
okay. Here, I guess here's where I'll contradict myself. It's not what's hard about AI right now is it's hard to keep up with the rapid change of pace.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
so maybe what they're saying by AI strategy is, yeah, look at the problems you have and how do you keep an eye on what's out there and what's actually going to help you? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of investigating and trialing these things and seeing, is Arini going to do a good job handling my overflow calls? Is it good enough? What's the close rate of new patient calls? And you'll find that it's getting better and better. In fact, I think in most cases they're beating front desk close rates for new patients, like those type of things. So I think that maybe that's what they intend to say by doing it. It really is. It's hard. I probably spend hours a week. I'm subscribed to like 4 different AI newsletters, some of which come daily. Like that's how fast things change. There's news every day that come through for AI newsletters. So I get that. And that's hard to stay up on.
I had one DSO that I spoke to that the reason why AI strategy was on their mind was because their private equity group had asked them, what is your AI strategy?
Oh, yeah.
And so they were just trying to check a box.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know what that means.
But
I just know I need to do something from my private group. And
I think in those cases, like I would love to answer those questions, make those guys feel warm and fuzzy, private. Oh, we've got this killer AI strategy. We're looking at efficiencies everywhere, clinical, reception, operations. Like the world's gonna be so different in 3 years.
Yeah.
Just make them feel good.
So all the people that are pumping this buzzword from the key industry leaders and people, like what would you say to them?
No,
stop using that term?
No, I get it. It's fine. I think some of the tools are like so early that you don't want to ruin your relationship with your patients. You want to be careful. I think some of them like Arini that have come a long way. Like Arini has one of the lowest latencies that I've seen because I try all of them. I haven't tried Arini's recently, but even in the early days, like their latency, like when you talk to their voice agent, was really good, like shockingly good. There wasn't a delay. It felt very human, and it just keeps getting better and cheaper, and it's great.
Yeah. There's things coming out like the voice dictation.
Yeah, we talked to Dental B recently. They do voice dictation it records your engagement with your patient, and then it puts it in the clinical notes. Like I love that stuff. I feel like that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
For voice engagement with like talking to Alexa at your house, but like super powered Alexa. Yeah. I think that's huge in medical. So.
Yeah, we have some Weave buddies that are doing something like that too. I can't remember what their company was called.
You got another takeaway from Dykema?
No, I'm hesitant to bring things up. I think you're just gonna.
I'm just gonna jump all over it.
Kidding. No, I love pulling passion out of Clint. It's great.
You had another one. It was like the sales process you wanted to talk about. Like succeeding as a vendor was different.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Dykema was very different. When you go to Chicago Midwinter, Yankee, some of those, there are a lot of the attendees are single practice locations. You've got
doing continuing education.
Yeah, continuing education is a big reason why people are there. So you get all sorts of different people from in different roles in the practice, and the show floor as people are walking around. There's just a lot more people to connect with, and at Dykema, all of the people to connect with, it seemed like, I shouldn't say all, that's speaking in absolutes there, but a large majority of the people that the vendors wanted to connect with here were the executives who already had their schedules booked. Like those individuals were not crossing paths with vendors on accident, just down the show floor. Like, I don't even know if those individuals were attending the
Yeah,
classes and things like that. For sure, right? So,
like, we went and met with Steve Roberts. Used to work with us at Weave, and he's the CEO of Vine. And I wanted to go say hi to him, so I talked to one of his employees, and he took us like 20-minute walk away from the conference to Steve's secret spot where he was taking meetings.
And we'd heard that it was different before, and that you needed to like schedule meetings. And for real, you know, the podcast stuff, some of those things would not have happened had we not scheduled them in advance. So it's just a different
There's
meeting.
a lot of suits there. There's a lot of people.
A lot of executives.
Suits. My goodness gracious.
Clint felt very uncomfortable.
Well, I felt comfortable because I wasn't wearing a suit, but all those people wearing a suit were for sure feeling uncomfortable. Like, what are you sitting through? You wear that all day, every day? Like, what's going on here?
I was surprised, though, talking to vendors who described their experience and how willing executives were to schedule meetings with people there.
Oh, that's good. So maybe next year we'll come with some. Maybe we should wear a suit. Should I invest in a sport coat?
You know,
is that too far?
Let's take a vote, listeners. In the comments, should Clint invest in a suit? And do you have any links to suggested suits that Clint should wear?
I don't even wear a suit to church.
Me neither. Me neither.
I got a short sleeve white shirt.
That's perfect. That's right up my alley.
I'm debating to get cutoffs, like a full-on tank top white shirt.
There was a time at Weave, I remember Clint found this side note as this conversation digresses. You found a suit the pants were sweatpants that were designed. Do you remember that one?
I forgot about that.
And you were so excited.
Sweatpants, suit pants. So they looked like dress pants, but they were sweats.
Did you ever buy those?
It was awesome. I had them. Yeah.
Did you actually have them?
Yeah, I had them. They don't fit me now. I got a little fatter. But.
No, you're skinnier than you were back then.
Yeah.
Other way around.
Yeah.
All right, so I gave 2. One more takeaway. I thought overall it's a really good event. Very well organized. They did a really good job on the show floor. Having the placement of the tables and everything was great, so that people were walking by vendors, not the executives as much. There were a lot of vendors, which made it kind of tricky. The after hours and those types of events were really well done. The Spasmatics were very impressive. So to all of our friends
because we made it through 2 of their songs. And
well,
went to bed.
Because we had an early flight. Remember,
old man.
I would have hung out and listened. I thought they were very talented.
It did look good. It was good.
So shout out to the Spasmatics. That was actually cool. So Sarah, Jordan, we agree they're good musicians. We may not dress up in 80s clothes and go dance to their music, but I thought they were very entertaining.
Jordan was so funny because she was all giddy for the Spasmatics and just kind of excited. And she's like, I haven't started drinking yet. This is just the way I am. I'm like, I know. You're full of energy.
It was awesome. So, yeah, it was a good event. I'm glad we went. We learned a lot. I did hear that Dykema has a contract with the Gaylord Hotel in Denver, so I think it's going to be the same location for a little while.
Oh, it's going back to Denver.
I think so.
Because it's switched up venues, right? Or is it going to be at different Gaylords?
I should have done more research, but Jordan, I think it was Jordan, told me that their contract.
Yeah, but it might be with just Gaylord.
Just Gaylord generally.
Yeah, because they have them all over or whatever.
But it was fun. It was a good event, good location, well organized, and we'll be there next time.
Yeah, we will.
In suits.
We'll have appointments ready.
Sweatpant suits.
We're going to document all our sales strategies and which ones fail and which ones succeed, so we can help everybody.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Hopefully there was something useful in this conversation, and we will catch you next time.